Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. And welcome, wanderers, to another Parallax ASMR video. I have nothing planned for this video. I am just going to ramble, which is, I think, what I do best. I am long-winded, and even in videos where I don't plan on rambling, I tend to do anyway. So, today I am going to be in my comfort zone, I guess. And I hope you are too. So, what to talk about? I guess I'll just tell you about what's going on in my life right now. I'm currently sitting in my basement. I usually film down here because it's quiet. The concrete walls and the ground help insulate sounds, so cars going by outside or dogs barking or neighbors talking or whatever, you don't hear as much down here. And also, the basement has tiny hopper windows rather than big windows, so it's much easier to control the light down here. And also, it's kind of out of the way. I don't really have a room on my main floor that I can leave a recording setup. Like leaving the lights that I have and this light back here. Oh, you know what? I meant to turn that on. That is a humidifier, and I don't know if you can see the mist coming out, but it's nice to look at, in my opinion, and the liquid noises of the humidity dripping back into the tank. I really like that. So here we are. I hope you like it too. So yeah, leaving all of this set up in a room upstairs wouldn't really be super realistic. So in the basement is where I record most of the time. I recently painted down here, and by recently I mean last night. I put the first coat of paint on. The walls were like this horrible off-white that we've had since we moved in, and we made it like a dark blue. So soon I am thinking that I will have some just regular wall backgrounds or room backgrounds instead of these curtains and the fairy lights. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that looks like. So I spent a couple hours yesterday painting. The tape is still up. That's how fresh the paint is. And it looks really good. I'm excited to see what it looks like on camera, and maybe I can mix up a background with this one. Also, my dog, I have a Vizsla. A lot of people don't know what that is. A Hungarian and Vizsla. It's a pointer. So if you know what a German short-haired pointer looks like, it's basically the same body type and shape, same tail length, same giant flopsy ears, and bred for hunting. But he's tan or light brown, kind of reddish, light brown. We do not hunt, so we do not use him for hunting. He's just a family dog. My wife and I are very active people, and Vizslas are extremely active dogs. And we wanted a dog that we could bring on hikes and take kayaking with us and have him swim alongside us, and really, we do a lot of mountain biking, so we wanted to be able to have a dog that would run alongside us on the trail, which he has done a bunch of times actually. But the reason I brought him up is because he is currently recovering from a small surgery. Thankfully, this one was minor. He had a small thing on his side that was a cyst that he needed to have removed. But he has had at least one surgery per year, and he is 4 years old. We had him neutered, so that was one surgery. He swallowed a rubber glove, so that was another surgery. You're never gonna believe this. I live in a suburban area in New York, not upstate New York. I live on Long Island. I don't think that's bad to say. I live on Long Island, and if you know anything about Long Island, unless you go really far out east, it is very densely populated, and there's not a lot of wildlife around. We have like squirrels, and that's it. Squirrels and birds. Flying birds, small flying birds, and that is important. I went outside one morning, and there was a turkey on my driveway. I am just like, I'm like 200 feet from a pretty busy road and in a densely populated residential area, and I had never seen a turkey before in the wild, ever. So to see one on my driveway was kind of crazy in a suburban residential area. So I see this turkey, and I think, wow, that's crazy, and I take a video of it. I was going to get coffee, and I took a video of it to send to my wife. I was like, wow, look, this is crazy. We have a turkey on our yard. I went to pick up. We had been away for the weekend, and we board our dog. It's not really boarding. He's a bougie dog. We don't have kids, so he is very spoiled. He stays with this woman in it's a very nice area. She has a 3-acre yard that's totally fenced in, and she watches dogs. Like that's what she does for a living. So he stays with her. So we were away for the weekend, and I went to pick him up the day, so I'd see the turkey in the morning. I go to pick him up in the early afternoon. I bring him home. This is hours after I saw the turkey, so it is out of my mind. I let him out in the backyard, and Vizslas are hunting dogs, so I forgot to turn the light on behind me. I don't even know if that makes a difference, but I like to have it on. So I go to pick him up, and I bring him home, and I let him out in the backyard. And like I was saying, Vizslas are hunting dogs, so pretty much any time we let him outside, he stalks. He'll get out on the stoop, and he'll stalk, and he'll look around for squirrels or few minutes. I thought usually he starts chasing it by now, so what's going on? So I open the door and I look out, and he looks back at me like he normally does. He's trying to tell me like there's something I'm about to hunt. Don't interfere here. And then I see the turkey, of course, somehow got into our backyard. And our dog is well trained, but it's very difficult to train things that are bred into them out. And we also don't want to. That's what he was bred for. I feel like it's fighting nature to try to fight that urge. So we let him chase squirrels, we let him chase birds. We don't try to stop him usually. But he was obviously very interested in the turkey. And when I opened the door and the turkey saw me, it started running and gobbling, as turkeys often do. And of course, my dog saw that, and the chase was on. Vizslas, if you don't know, are extremely fast dogs. They can run up to 40 miles an hour. I think they're the second fastest dog breed after greyhounds, maybe. I'm pretty sure that's right. So he would have caught the turkey 100%. The turkey was not very fast and can't climb a tree or fly away like squirrels or other birds can. So he goes around the corner of our house toward the turkey. I'm assuming it came in from under our fence because under our gate, because that's where it was running back to. So my dog runs around the side of the house chasing the turkey, and the thing is gobbling. And then I hear a crash, and my dog comes back around the side of the house, and he's like hobbling. And it turns out he ran into a ladder that was over there, cutting the corner and trying to get the turkey. And he cut his shoulder open, and I had to bring him to the emergency vet, and they had to close it up and clean out the wound and put in a drain. So he was recovering for 2 weeks from that because it got infected also from cutting it on a ladder. And long story short, he did not get the turkey. I feel terrible about that because I left the ladder there, and I could have avoided that. But he was okay after that, thankfully. And then recently, not his fault, not our fault, he had to have a little cyst removed. So he is currently on bed rest again. Vizslas on bed rest. Vizslas and bed rest don't go well together. I am forgetting to do other things. I meant to be tapping, I meant to be tongue clicking, I meant to be hand movements. I get so into rambles that I forget to do them, so I'm sorry. Hopefully hearing about my dog is entertaining enough. What was I saying? Vizslas are very accident prone, so it's not that surprising that he has gotten into those kinds of accidents. He's super active, and that being active as a dog often leads to injury. So you very often see more injuries in highly active dogs. To put into perspective just how active he is. I remember what I was going to say. Vizslas and bed rest don't go well together, so they gave us a sedative for him to keep him calm and relaxed, because Vizslas will jump and run and do all kinds of crazy things. The sedative does not work. I feel like he just hulks through it when he wants to. So we have to do a lot of mental stimulation. Mental stimulation wipes him out too, which is so cute. We'll do like special training sessions with him and give him jobs to do, like small jobs that don't require running around, and he loves that. And it wipes him out. So I was saying, to put into perspective just how active Vizslas are, he every single day runs for about an hour and a half, and that's not walk. He needs to all-out sprint. So we often take him to a park fetch, we have one of those tennis ball handles. They're called chuckets. So we have a 2-acre dog park near us, and if you go at the right time, there usually aren't other dogs there. I don't like to take him around other dogs because you never know what you're going to run into at a dog park. So if I take him at the right time there's no one there, and we'll play long range fetch with him. And it's a 2-acre dog park, so he can sprint across 2 acres for a half hour to 45 minutes playing fetch. There are lots of other things that we've done with him. Taking him on hikes helps. Sometimes I'll do trail runs with him. Walks in the neighborhood. He usually needs like a minimum of 2 hours a day just to be like, these lists are never calm. They are out of their minds, and 2 hours a day minimum walking will get him to a level that you would expect like a regular dog to be when they're excited about something. Visualists are at an 11 constantly. And then if after like hours of exercise, they'll be like close to a normal dog, but still ramped up a little bit. I often say that Vizslas are the hardest breed to own, but the easiest to love, because he's very smart, or they are very smart. Vizslas in general are very smart. They need a lot of physical exercise. They need a lot of mental stimulation. They need a job to do. If they don't, they will get themselves into trouble. That's a guarantee. But as active and naughty as they are also super cuddly and lovey. So after exercise and after he gets, we call it getting his wheelies out. Sometimes in the morning he's visibly shaking because he's so excited to start playing or going for a run or a walk or something. After that, he has to be touching you. So if I sit on the couch to work, I work from home and I sit on the couch because my dog needs to snuggle with me all day. When I start working, I'll sit on the couch and he will curl up next to me and he has to be touching me. If I get up and go to the bathroom or something and come back and sit in a different spot, within 10 seconds he's up, moved, and sat down next to me again. It's very cute how cuddly he is, and he's always been like that when he was a puppy and we had people come over to see him. We made sure to do a lot of socializing when he was a puppy to make sure he was good with people, like strangers too. So we'd have people come over, and he was just the cutest little puppy. He has the flopsiest ears, and he had wrinkly skin all over. So cute. But we'd have people come over and sit on the floor, and he would just plop in their lap. It didn't matter if it was the first time he was meeting them, or if it was someone he'd seen 100 times. He always has to be touching someone or snuggling. It's so cute. So I feel like owning a Vizslas is either you are losing your mind trying to tire them out, or you are in all of your glory getting the snuggles that come after the storm. Anyway, that is what's going on. I painted the basement, and my dog just recently had surgery, but he's doing well. All of that I just told you could have been summed up like that, but here we are. I'm going to put a picture of my dog as a puppy somewhere on the screen, because I feel like it's hard to explain just how cute he is. He was the most adorable puppy ever, and he's still so cute and so handsome. Anyway, that is my whisper ramble. I hope that this wasn't too all over the place for you, and hopefully you are fast asleep by now. But if you're not, don't worry. Sleep will find you soon, and you're still getting the rest you need if you're lying down and relaxing. So thank you so much for joining me,